Y'all, hold on to your hearts, because this isn't just another celebrity update. It feels like the beginning of something much bigger, something that's quietly reshaping how power works in the entertainment world. What we're witnessing right now isn't loud, messy, or chaotic like the headlines people are used to. It's controlled, it's calculated, and above all, it's silent. That silence surrounding Cardi B isn't empty. It's loaded. For years, Cardi built her identity on being open. She didn't just share highlights. She shared everything. The pain, the drama, the arguments, the wins, the losses. Fans didn't just follow her. They felt like they knew her. That connection was her superpower. But it was also her vulnerability. Because when the world feels entitled to your life, they don't just celebrate you. They consume you. Her relationship with Offset is a perfect example of that dynamic. It wasn't just a marriage, it was a spectacle. Every argument became a trending topic. Every reconciliation turned into a viral moment. People picked sides, created narratives, and built entire opinions about their lives based on fragments of what they saw online. It was entertainment for the public, but behind the scenes it was real life. Messy, emotional, and exhausting. When things finally started to fall apart for good, the expectation was obvious. The internet was ready for another wave of emotional live streams, cryptic messages, and explosive reactions. That's what they had been trained to expect. That's what made Cardi Cardi. But instead of giving people what they wanted, she did something completely unexpected. She disappeared. No dramatic breakdown. No public meltdown. No endless explanations. Just silence. And that silence confused people more than any scandal ever could. Because when someone who has always been loud suddenly goes quiet, it forces everyone to rethink everything they thought they knew. Was she hurt? Was she healing? Was she plotting something bigger? The truth is, no one really knew, and that uncertainty created a different kind of attention. Not the loud, chaotic kind, but a focused, almost obsessive curiosity. Then came the next chapter, the rumored connection with Stefon Diggs. At first glance, it looked like a rebound. That's how the media framed it. A quick distraction, something temporary. A way to move on from the past. But looking at it now, it feels like there was more going on beneath the surface. That phase wasn't about replacing one relationship with another, it was about redefining boundaries. For the first time in a long time, Cardi wasn't putting everything on display. There were glimpses, hints, small pieces, but never the full picture. It was like she was testing a new way of existing in the public eye, seeing how much she could hold back without losing relevance. And what she discovered was powerful. Mystery creates value. The less people knew, the more they wanted to know. That realization changed everything. Because after that, the silence didn't feel accidental anymore. It felt intentional. And then came the whispers that shifted the entire conversation. The name Bad Bunny started circulating, not loudly at first, but in the kind of quiet way that signals something serious. Not gossip, not speculation, something deeper. Bad Bunny isn't just another celebrity. He's a global phenomenon. His reach goes far beyond music, into fashion, culture, and international influence. Pairing that kind of power with Cardi's already massive presence creates something entirely new. Not just a relationship, but a potential alliance. And that's where things start to feel different. Because this isn't about two people being seen together at events or posting pictures online. In fact, it's the opposite. There are no clear photos, no confirmed appearances, no obvious proof. Just patterns, rumors, and a growing sense that something is happening behind the scenes. That level of privacy is rare, especially for someone like Cardi, who built her brand on visibility. Which raises an important question. Why the secrecy? One explanation is simple: protection. After years of living in the spotlight, it makes sense that she would want to guard something that matters to her. But another explanation is more strategic. In an industry where attention is currency, controlling attention becomes power. By withholding information, Cardi isn't losing relevance. She's increasing it. People are talking more, speculating more, watching more closely than ever before. Every small move becomes a clue. Every absence becomes a statement. It's like she's rewritten the rules of engagement without saying a word. And the industry has noticed. Because traditionally, celebrities rely on media exposure to maintain their influence. Interviews, red carpets, social media. These are the tools that keep them visible. But what happens when someone reaches a level where they don't need those tools anymore? That's the shift we're seeing now. There are reports, unconfirmed but persistent, of a lifestyle that operates completely outside the usual system. Private flights that don't show up on public logs. Luxury locations that remain undisclosed. Entire environments controlled to ensure privacy. Whether every detail is true or not, the overall picture is clear. This is a different level of control. And with that control comes independence. Because when you don't rely on media to tell your story, you get to decide which parts of your story exist at all. That's a powerful position to be in. But it's also unsettling for the media, for the industry, and even for the audience because people are used to access. They're used to feeling like they're part of the journey. When that access is taken away, it creates frustration. That frustration often turns into criticism. Labels like secretive, fake, or even calculated start to appear. But those labels miss the bigger picture. This isn't about hiding. It's about evolving. Cardi isn't rejecting her audience. She's redefining her relationship with them. She's shifting from being an open book to being a carefully edited story. And in doing so, she's changing the balance of power. Because now, instead of the public deciding what matters, she does. There's also a broader implication to all of this. If someone at Cardi's level can successfully operate outside the traditional system, it opens the door for others to do the same. Artists might start prioritizing privacy over publicity, control over exposure, strategy over spontaneity. And if that happens, the entire structure of celebrity culture could change. Media outlets would have less content. Gossip platforms would have fewer stories. The constant cycle of drama and reaction would slow down. In its place, there would be something quieter, more controlled, more intentional. That's not just a personal shift. It's an industry shift. And it's already creating tension. Because systems that rely on constant output don't adapt easily to silence. They push back. They create narratives, fill gaps, and try to provoke reactions. That's why we're seeing so many conflicting stories, so many attempts to explain what's happening. But Cardi isn't responding. And that's the key. Because in a world where everyone is constantly reacting, choosing not to react is the ultimate form of control. It shows discipline. It shows awareness. It shows a level of confidence that doesn't depend on validation. And that's what makes this moment so significant. This isn't just about a new relationship or a change in behavior. It's about transformation, about stepping into a different kind of power, one that doesn't need to be loud to be effective. The old version of Cardi thrived on energy, emotion, and immediacy. The new version thrives on patience, strategy, and timing. Both are powerful, but in very different ways. Right now, the world is waiting for confirmation, for clarity, for that one moment where everything becomes visible again. But there's no guarantee that moment will come anytime soon. Because the longer she stays silent, the more valuable that moment becomes. And maybe that's the point. Maybe this isn't about building toward a reveal. It's about maintaining control indefinitely. About proving that you can exist at the top without constantly explaining yourself. If that's true, then what we're seeing isn't temporary. It's a new blueprint. A way of being famous without being fully accessible. A way of maintaining influence without constant exposure. A way of winning the game by changing the rules entirely. And whether people realize it or not, that kind of shift has ripple effects. Because once someone proves that it's possible, others start to follow. So while the headlines keep speculating, while the internet keeps searching for answers, Cardi remains exactly where she wants to be. Outside the noise, above the chaos, and firmly in control of her own narrative. And in a world built on attention, that might be the most powerful move of all.